It's the next morning and we have awoken in our RV park. It was a pretty good night's sleep. Quiet, not much to report, but we found that they have a pet area. So we're currently exercising low-key, and then we're going to hit the road and drive to Moab, which is about 4 hours away. So one last day of driving, and then we're in the same place for 3 days. Good afternoon from our third campground. Tonight we are staying on BLM land, which stands for Bureau of Land Management, not Black Lives Matter, although they do, today and always. But yeah, it's basically just federally owned land that you can camp on for free. And we are, let me just double check. Yep, we're the only people I can see as far as the eye can go. But it's beautiful out here, it's just empty. But it's pretty nice. It's a little windy, but the sun should set just over here and rise just over there, so we should get both of them. Stars tonight are going to be amazing if it stays clear, because there's not a building in sight, so no light pollution. And I'm happy that I've got my good camera with me this time, because when we were at Crater Lake I really regretted not having it, because my little pocket camera was good but not as good as I wanted it to be. But tonight, for now, we're just gonna sit down and relax with a drink, watch the sun go down, and then probably bring out the fire pit maybe, and then hopefully it doesn't get too cold tonight. We are kind of in like a deserty area, so we shall see. Right outside of our doors, some empty shell casings. Somebody was obviously having a good time out here. The ground is so dry here that it's cracking. I don't know how anything can live here, it's just so dry. But as they said in Jurassic Park, life finds a way. Good morning from the Utah wilderness. We've woken up in our campsite this morning. There's still not a soul to be seen, although we did see a hot air balloon just over there. But I had a pretty good night. We stayed out and watched the stars, and then went to bed and got woken up because it was freezing, so we had to turn on the heat in the middle of the night. But it was quiet and peaceful, and you could see tons of stars. So yeah, it was a pretty good night all around. Today we are going to go walk and hike up the little ridge that's near us to see what we can see, and then I think the rest of the day will just be spent chilling, and we're going to spend another night here, and then tomorrow drive out to Arches. Do you want to say anything?
just that it's a beautiful, brisk morning. Got my coffee, so I'm happy. And yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day. It's only about 45 degrees now, but it's going to get up to about 75 or 80 today, so should be nice. And there goes Loki. He's off. He's off exploring.
Going on an adventure.
What you doing, Loki?
With his one paw up.
What you doing? Weirdo. Good evening. After a long day of doing absolutely nothing, we took a bit of a bike ride earlier, but that was it. We decided that we would get a little bit of exercise and come out and hike the mountain that we were camped next to. And if you look over behind me here, our van is way back in the distance, somewhere back there. So
It's farther than it looks.
it is much further than it looks, yes. So we hiked up here thinking that we were going to hike to the top of the mountain, which, is actually way over there in the distance, and it is like miles. We thought it was like right next to us here, but it's actually miles away. So we won't be hiking all the way up there tonight. We came up here. Jamie's going to fly the drone for a little bit, and then we're going to head back to the van back there and get some dinner and probably play a board game or something for tonight. And that'll be about it. It'll be a nice quiet day. And Loki's pooping on camera. Look at our view up here. It is beautiful. And there's actually a car coming back towards us. Because if you continue on down the road that we were on, it goes way back over that ridge over there and takes you towards Arches. And there's a big dispersed campground over there called Klondike Bluffs, which apparently just has miles and miles of pullouts for cars and vans and RVs, and it's all free camping. So we were walking back from hiking the top of that, or not the top of the mountain, but the bluff next to us. And we were almost back to the crossroads when Jamie realized he left the Skydio bag up at the top of the mountain where we launched the drone from. So he is now heading back up there. You can just barely see him in the distance there, trying to find the case for the Skydio drone, and then he'll have to come all the way back down again. Luckily Loki went with him. I was not going back up again.